Welcome to the first ever version of my songwriting stream, which I'm calling Punk Plays Pokemon. And the reason it's called that is because I have a Pokemon game going on right over here. That Pokemon game is going to be controlled by the keyboard keys that I press while I'm writing music. The reason I'm writing music is because I have two channels for my music. One is a math rock band called Nurture Nurture that I play in and love very much. They're Nurture Nurture on all socials if you're interested in listening to them. And also I write instrumentals that get posted to my YouTube channel weekly. They're free for copyright and royalty-free use. So if that's something that you're interested in and that's something that you want to use, then yeah, you should visit my social channels. You're probably watching on Twitch or YouTube right now. So if you just click on my profile, you can find out more about that, or just type in !free stuff in the chat and that will help you find those things. So we are going to get started. I'm just getting a couple of resources open for myself because I don't know a ton about music theory, so I want to make sure that what I'm doing is musically rigorous in terms of theory, but also that it's interesting for you as a listener. So I was inspired most recently by, there's this thing called Impressionism. So in painting, there's the Impressionists. So I'm really inspired by Impressionist painters. The Impressionist painters inspired a lot of musicians. One of the most impressionistic pieces of music is Clair de Lune. So I'm going to try to do some of this stuff from Clair de Lune to create kind of a more realistic, kind of moody, feeling-y piece of music, which is all to say that I'm just going to try to express a feeling better than ever in a song. I've never really been very good at that, and I'm going to try to do that more correctly here now. But first, I have to look at what chords I can use. I'm going to be writing the song in D Dorian, which I know begins in D minor, but I want to make sure I have the rest of the chords here, and then I'm going to crack open a circle of fifths. So I know some people are curious about how I might come upon my inspiration, like how do I figure out what I'm going to write and why I'm going to write it. My inspiration changes all the time. It used to be just sitting down and being like, I have to write something and then kind of going to it from there. But lately that has changed to being a lot more deliberate because it's hard to just sit down and feel like you're creating something special when it's just coming off the top of your head. And I feel like it's a little limiting. Like if I'm always just doing what comes to the top of my head, then it might not necessarily be I might not necessarily be growing. I might be producing the same piece of music over and over and over again, and that is definitely not something that I want to do. So now I get inspired, instead of doing something off the top of my head, by something that I'm bad at. So right now I'm pretty bad at music theory in general. The part of it that I want to get better at is voice leading, which has to do with chord progressions, and modulation, which has to do with changing keys. So I'm going to be working on voice leading and modulation today while my songwriting editor plays Pokemon for me. So I know we're going to be starting out in D minor because we're playing in D Dorian. So it's like a D minor. That's a D minor 7th. And then I want to modulate to a G minor, and then back to the D minor. So that's going to be the premise of the first chord progression we're going to use for this song. So D minor to G minor. And for the listener to know that we were in both D minor and G minor, I'm going to let those chords each have two chords. So we're going to do a 2-5-1 in D minor. So the 2 chord of D minor is E minor, or E sharp, yes, E minor. And then the 5 would be A minor. And that feels like it's going to pull us back to D minor, the 1. But we're going to go over to, actually, I think we're going to jump right over to G minor on the 5, the first 5. So we're actually going to, which happens to be D minor. Yeah, okay, cool. So we want to do E minor to D minor. And then G minor. And then D minor. And that's going to be how we do it. So let's first start by typing the, well, how do I want, so I do decorative things with tapping a lot of the time. I like to So I'm gonna start by just putting in kind of like a little pretty. All right, so I'm gonna start with just like putting in a little embellished. And I want the song to be a little slow, so I think I'm gonna go in 85 beats per minute. And I know that we're gonna do like a. That's gonna be faster than that. Then we can use the E minor. So, and I guess where I'm talking about trying to express a mood with this, in this one, I kind of want to express waking up. So when you first wake up, you kind of have the experience, it's like, oh, there's a thought and that brings you awake. So that's going to be that first kind of embellish. But then I kind of want to like go dark and calm down a little bit too, because your energy kind of like drops a little bit after a second after you've woken up. All right, so do 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 3, and I think I want to do this as a bar of 3/4 to start. And then we're going to try, like I said, we're going to try to drop it down a little bit. Yeah, I kind of like that. So like almost like a halftime already. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. So that's when you're kind of like waking up and you're questioning. It's like, should I be awake at all? And I like maybe like let that hang on. We'll do like a 4 time here. So it kind of builds, it kind of almost creates a 7. 3, 4. And we want to take that all the way over to 4. So I'm going to extend this note over to that. 3, 4. Okay, that's kind of like a nice 7 time. And then we said we wanted to modulate here. So because I'm going up to the second, so that's the 1, and then the E minor was the second. And now we're going to go up to the 5, which is A minor. Right? Yeah. Or actually, so yeah, let's go up to the 5 of G minor instead, which is just D minor again, so. Yeah, so we'll go back to D minor because the D minor acts as the 5th of G minor, and then we're going to go somewhere else in G minor to kind of like give it a little, to modulate and give it a little bit of interest. So yeah, so we went to the 2nd of D minor, and now we're going to go back to the, and I don't know anything really about modulation. That's kind of part of why I'm doing this, and part of why I'm doing key changes and stuff like that as part of what I'm doing here. So I'm just realizing this text looks real ugly right there. So I'll just pop it right here, and we'll do it like that. All right, cool. Yeah, first time doing this style of stream. So a little bit of nervous energy, a little bit of figuring out what's going to be working and what doesn't. A whole lot of just like hanging out for sure. But I hope it's an idea that you guys like so that I can continue to do it. All right, so I knew I wanted to go D minor. And then I kind of want to get a harmonic in there. I've been really digging like tapped harmonics. So 6. Yeah, it's a little strange going straight back down to it. So maybe I actually want to start it on E minor, start it on the 2. Because I guess that's what the traditional 2-5-1 is wanting to do. So we want to go like... Yeah, that first phrase is a little bit more powerful. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Same idea, still doing... Yeah, 2, and then we're going to go to the 5, like I said, which is A minor. So we'll do that. And I really like minor 9th chords, so maybe we'll go with like an A minor 9th. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, and then we want to modulate after that chord. So I'm okay with that. Maybe we want to rest here. I always forget to give myself a little bit of time to like get between bars. And that kind of changes. I wanted this as a 4, but I kind of want it as a 3 now. I kind of feel, which is honestly like kind of changing the whole thing to more of a 6 feel. Is that gonna last 2? No, obviously not. And there's, like I said, there's another little rest in there that I forgot about. Yeah, no, I'm going back. I want this as a 4. And this is all based on feel. Like, I know the hardest part for people is to conceive of like how something comes from nothing. And like, it has a lot more to do with what I'm going for, I guess. I do have a certain vision in my head. And in this case, I'm trying to like express what's happening when you wake up. I think I want this dotted. Not that long. I'm really excited. I'm trying not to look at Pokemon because I don't want Pokemon to influence kind of what's happening in the song. Yeah, okay, that's how I want that. Okay, yeah, I'm cool with that. And then we said we wanted to modulate here. So we want to go over to the 5th of the next key over in the circle of 5ths, which is the easiest way to modulate, which I believe is going to be G minor. So we want the 5th of G minor. And the 5th of G minor is just D minor. So actually, why don't we go to the 1? So why don't we go to the 1 of G minor, and then we'll go up to, we'll do another A minor because this is 2 of G minor. Because that's where I want to modulate to. I want to modulate over to this next key over on the circle of 5ths. So let's see what G minor sounds like here. So you're saying, oh, I'm awake. Do I need to be? And then maybe like we want a little bit of a relief. Maybe this is one of those moments where you're just, where you don't need to be awake. And of course, G minor isn't in the key of D minor, right? So that's why this is going to sound strange. This is new to me. This is modulation. It's going to sound weird, and it's up to us as songwriters to like smooth it out. That's kind of the beauty of a modulation is, I think. I think that's the idea. So yeah, it's actually supposed to be G major. So this is that moment where we're going to get, this is the benefit of modulation, is going from like something that sounds a little strange to something, you know, to a different key. It's like smoothing over the transition into the next key. So I think if we're going to go into D and we're going to G minor there, it's going to have to move out of it fairly quickly. I might not want to commit like a whole bar to it. So I think maybe we just want like a, and what is G minor really? Like, yeah, so I guess maybe we can go like just the standard 1-3-5 with the G minor there, because I think going with the full like minor bar chord sounds a little strange. So we'll try like the, and then we'll kind of, and the reason we're going to G minor is because we're trying to modulate to it. So we want to go G minor and hang out there for a second, but then we want to go into the 2, which is the A minor. Okay, so we can almost go back into it. That's interesting. And again, it's supposed to be emulating waking up. So that almost, you want that to be hopeful. And but still slower, because you're not as excited as you were when you first woke up. And maybe, yeah, maybe the tempo has to change a little bit. Maybe it's got to be a little bit faster. Let's go up to like 95. Okay. Maybe we want to try this really long, because like I said, it's a waking up moment. Okay. Oh, it looks like we named Gary just like comma, which is funny, because you can use that as like a dotted note or something like that. And I don't see any antagonism in dotted notes. I don't really like how these are just straight up notes. I like how it's slowed down, but I think it can be prettier than that. Maybe, I want this to go back to 3. So it's almost like a 6 on a 4. So we just want that 3. So that can't be dotted anymore. So it's just an 8th now. I don't know if I want that to be that short either. Oh, I like that though. So what do I want to change those notes to and make more elaborate? So I want like more chords. I still want them to, it's tough, right? Because I still want it to sound slower and I still want it to sound short, but I want it to sound a little bit more interesting. So I think my only option here is to kind of like add a little bit of harmony on top of it. But like I said, I'm really new to modulation, which is the skill that I'm trying to practice here. So I don't really know what harmony would go on top of this. And this is why it's so cool. And this is why I like writing songs this way, is because I'm always practicing things that I could improve at. So that's like super interesting, and I really like that part. Okay, so let's see if I can find a harmony that doesn't sound super awkward here. I'm gonna consult my circle of fifths, because generally that works pretty well. So we're gonna go with a D, and then maybe, no, that doesn't feel right. With like an A harmony, I guess we want like a D harmony. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Just go like straight up. I'm trying to figure out if I can get like if I can sneak a harmony in there. It's almost like trying to cheat a harmony in there, or cheat a harmonic in there. So instead of stacking another note on it, keeping it sparse and keeping it low. No, that's not really working. Ooh. See, this is like why it's kind of unfair. Like sometimes you just... I really like that harmony. So I'm kind of borrowing from A minor here a little bit. So why don't we borrow some more notes from A minor? Yeah, I like that. So I'm doing this thing, and this is something I never used to do before. I'm basically checking with like a chart to make sure that the notes I'm adding are still in the key, but I think it's maybe a habit that I'm going to abandon again, because back before I was interested in music theory and interested in using music theory for inspiration, I just used to kind of add notes where I liked them. Ooh, yeah, I could kind of throw back maybe to that. Oh, I kind of like that. So like we'll keep the low notes in there to like create the darkness, but we'll... But we'll try to throw back to the bar before it. This is gonna last a little longer. So this is actually just an E. And I think E is still par for the course. I think we're okay having an E in there. Yeah, E diminished. So E still makes sense in the scope of G minor. That's still, you know, correct sharps and flats and everything. So I'm not borrowing anything too extravagant. And it sounds nice and sinister. The rhythm's feeling a little weird though. Maybe, yeah, I keep switching this between a 3 and a 4. I still don't know what it's going to be. Yeah, I think it's going to stay as maybe a 4 for now. So I'm kind of seeing like an opportunity to add a tap in here now. So I'm like, oh man, well, if I can tap, then I must tap, right? And I said I wanted this moment to be like a little bit of relief, and then we're gonna sour it a little bit, because I don't know what waking up is like for you guys, but waking up for me is kind of, I don't know, it can be an unpleasant experience. we go. So I don't know if you noticed, I moved this note to a different part of the fretboard, and that was basically just to enable like a better opportunity for tapping. And I think this has to be longer now. Again. Is A minor still in the G minor scale? It is. Okay, sweet. So that's perfect. So we're going to go back and forth a little bit. We're going to visit the second, and maybe then we'll visit the fifth. Oh, that's perfect. The fifth is D minor. So then we get back to 1. Oh, that's awesome. That's beautiful. Okay. And D minor will take us back. Will take us to our tonic. So we'll arrive at the 1 that we wanted to arrive at the whole time. That's awesome. A little successful little modulation. Oh, and I'm hearing kind of like a da-da-da, which I don't really even know what the proper word for that is, but you know, everybody does it. It's like that little da-da, like on a keyboard. You know what I mean? Can I get like a third note in there somehow? I guess I am kind of using this G still. Yeah, I guess we want to do like some kind of A minor that isn't asking too much, because we still want to resolve. So we want to keep like a little bit of tension, but also keep it light. And then where were we? 10. Maybe we don't want to start on A. We want to do like a little inversion. Oh, and it really, really wants to go back to D major, which I think is probably my brain saying, you're still in G minor. Go back to the D major here. Oh no, so yeah, that's kind of bizarre. I guess that's not technically true. Okay, so what do we want to do then? I'm trying to find my way back to D minor somehow. I've gotten lost. I think we're now just like firmly in the G minor world. Because we wanted to go 2, which is the E minor of D. Yes, or E minor, which is the 2 of D minor. Perfect. D minor Dorian anyway. I'm using the Dorian scale, so it could like make things even more strange. I just like D Dorian a lot. I find it the easiest thing to write vocals for, and because this is the first time I'm doing a songwriting stream and I might conceivably write vocals at some point, I want to make sure it's not super duper hard. The guitar is going to be the hardest part. This is like creating the soup from which the song will emerge. Da-na-na-na-na. Ba-da-na-na-na. Oh, there it is. No, there it is. There it is right there. There it is. We want to go straight to the D. We don't want to skip. We don't want to go into something else and then have to make our way back out. Nice. How would you want to say D? Relief, right? Minor ninths feel like relief to me, but I think it's because I have a bias. I think I hear minor ninth and I'm like, oh man, this is, like it's familiar to me. It reminds me of like my good old days or whatever. And when when something reminds you of the good old days, of course it represents relief for you. It's weird how I don't want the A in there. I can tell. This is where I feel kind of limited, is because like I don't have the music theory to say, I know what would sound good here because of this. But we'll get there. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I always choose something that I'm limited in by the, as the subject of my song. Ooh, we can like go up. That's pretty. Ooh, and like leave the G in there. So this is like almost just that. There we go. That's kind of nice. So that's an F. Is F supposed to be in the key? I just don't want to get too far because I don't know. I don't like this habit I'm getting into of referencing charts. And I will get better at it eventually. It'll stop hindering me so much. But it makes me uncomfortable because it's like it takes so long. And if I'm inspired and it sounds good, it should just be in there anyway. But I think that's it. We're one note off. Ooh, is that it? I think that's it. This feels a lot more like a G chord than a D chord now, but I think that's still, like, it doesn't feel like D minor at all. So I need the first, the third. So I have the first, the third. That's it. And the fifth as well, right? Which is A. Got there. Yeah? That's it. Okay, so how fast do we want to do it? How fast do you get that relief? Like boom, doom, doom. And then does your day start in earnest after you? No, you kind of go back to sleep. Add a little bit more movement in here. I feel like now that you're like having the realization you're getting that relief, then you can move around a little bit more. You're not like thinking and bogging yourself down. Trying to assign feelings to stuff. Okay, let's get some chords in here. This is the thing, and I'm trying to work on this, and like I think maybe the Pokemon will help with this too, is like I don't write down. I feel like if I'm going to do this thing and it's going to be regular and I'm going to capture all of these moments in time, then I should be writing all of the ideas down and then just trying to get them into a more organizable manner after the fact. And Guitar Pro doesn't really handle the whole like glissando thing, or whatever I'm talking about. Oh yeah, no, I don't want them there. Nah, it's still gonna stay like. Trying to get that Midwest emo slide here and there going on. I'm glad I remembered because I wanted to get. I wanted to get a certain note out. And if we hadn't traveled back here. Okay. See? I'm not writing stuff down. Now it's like it's too fast. We still haven't made it out of the bedroom in Pokemon. So we want that to be 3 again, which is interesting because like while we stayed in the implied G minor, we stayed in 4 time. That's curious. That's curious. I'm the kind of person that says things like, "Look, Hang, what's up? How's it going? You into this kind of songwriting?" Yeah, man. Glad to have you. Hope you're doing great today. No. So we're going to have to hold here if I want that. Yeah, we're going to have to hold that note for as long as I want it to be. And then I don't know about you guys, but like if I know that I can go back to sleep, I would just go back to sleep for a little while. But let's assume that like it's not. Let's assume this is waking up from a nightmare or something. And then oh, it's too long. So now it's time to get up after this. So I think there's going to be some like real forceful, like I want some real forceful movement now. Okay. That's all right. And we're going back to E minor. And then we want to like tension and stress. Maybe like a. And what does stress feel like? It's like stress in that moment when you're like, okay, yeah, no, I'm up. It's not a nightmare. Everything is fine. I'm good. But now, now I have like, what do I need to do? Like, what is that thing that pulls you out of bed? So let's look for it. Because then you kind of like have to make that decision. No, this is going to stay in 4. And then we'll go back to 3 here. It's almost like 11 at this point. Da-na-na-na-na. So I think maybe you do want to repeat this. Maybe you want to repeat it, but like with a little bit, you get some more awareness. So maybe a little bit more awareness means like a little thicker. Like a whole guitar in there. Wow. This was faster last time. Oh yeah, and then we can get a little bit faster because it's like, oh man, I have stuff to do today. I should probably address this. 4, so this has to be longer. Yeah. Ooh, that's interesting. Get like a G major in there. Yeah, I think my mind is changing a little bit. Yeah, maybe like we'll go to like a G major here instead of holding. Because by doing that, it's kind of like solidifying that we are doing a modulation. Da-na-na-na-na. We kind of want to go to the G major here. Da-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na. And then we want to go to A minor, right? What's something cool we can do in A minor? Let's add tension. Offbeat feels tense, right? It's almost something like funky. I like this. I did this in a new cover that I'm getting ready. Is like I hold a note that I've tapped with my index finger while strumming the chord with the rest of my hand, and it kind of created an effect that I really like. But I don't want to try to shoehorn it into anything that it shouldn't be in. And this has kind of been the thing. Like, I don't repeat phrases very often, which I think it's like a shortcoming of most music, and most times, like most conventional wisdom would say that you should, like, definitely be repeating phrases to get people comfortable with them. But I found that, like, when this stuff doesn't repeat as often, it keeps people's attention for longer. And I'm kind of using it as a reach tool on my YouTube channel, so I don't want to, like, I don't know, overstay my welcome with my phrases. So let's try that. Let's try introducing the A a little earlier. Is that what I want to do? I think we're on 5 here. Ooh, there we go. Okay, like that. Okay. So is that what we're looking for, like staccato to introduce some tension? I mean, that's classic, right? Do, do. Rest, bam. And I think I want this. I think we want to try to keep the same idea of the time signatures, because Adam Neely says repetition validates, right? And then we're going to move to G minor again here. Do this little modulation one more time. Wait a minute. Do we ever get... Oh, yeah, we did. Okay. I want to get into strumming this early. So we got to change this chord for 1. And maybe we just want to leave that first bar as a 3 and come back to the math rock idea when it makes more sense. Because I'm feeling this as a 4 now. Beep, beep, beep. Doot, 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 doot. Yeah, I kind of like that because it's almost like you're building tension to when you're gonna like leave your bedroom. You're gonna leave your bed. You have a thought that pulls you out into consciousness, and then you build a little tension about it, and then you're like, finally, it's like, ooh, that one last little push. Doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle. That ain't right. I think it's, what was it? Doop. Maybe this isn't triplets. I don't think it's triplets. Doo-doo-dee-doo-doo-dee-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. So I think what's going on here is that I don't press the down key very often. So I'll probably have to allocate another key to that. Yeah, I could do that right now. Because this is like, I want to make sure that the game actually progresses at all. So it's like, if I don't, you know, like what are some keys that I use a lot? I fly around like this all the time. So let's, yeah. Let's add one of those just to see if it makes things a little bit better. Okay. All right. And then we want to finish on D here. It does not sound like D minor anymore, so it is not what I'm looking for. La, na, 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 na. I think we still want to do like a, but I want to change it a little bit to like add that something frictional has happened, that it isn't the same as it was last time. Yeah, I like that. La, na, 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 na. I guess it's almost like a halftime. And now Nice. I like it. I think we're in good. Yeah, we're in good shape. Okay, cool. So I think the next part is going to be like a movement. It's going to be like a building momentum. So we're going to try to go buildy. I don't know if we're... Maybe we'll just go... We'll cut out the modulation for this to like... And that's how we'll change the chord progression. So we'll just go into this like a straight 2-5-1. Like a... Something like that. That's correct. I think introducing a B there actually takes me out of where I want it. Yeah, no, I'm okay. Right. Okay, well, I know I want that first part to be that, so we'll do that. All right. Just changing some of my inputs because I'm worried that the Pokemon thing isn't doing what it's meant to, but it's okay because this is the first time, so like I'm not totally surprised that it isn't functioning perfectly, but we'll figure it out. And a boom. Now we gotta ramble on in A. I like the harmony there, or I like the harmonic there, so I think I'm gonna leave it in. I guess I could halftime this part, and then that would make a little bit more sense in context. So we could like... Do... There we go. And now it's... It kind of makes sense that it's rambling in like a little bit slower fashion because it's in, you know, you're first waking up and you've just decided to go about things. Do me. Boom. Yeah. Okay, well, I like the harmonic. Let's just do it more. Oh, that's kind of nice. That is a very pensive, like, busy work kind of feel. Yeah. Work all the way up to the... But then we're going to move somewhere. So what do we want to go to next? We're just going to keep the standard 2-5-1. So we're actually going to go back to D. So we want something as close to D as possible. That's it. Oh, it's so tough. That last little bit, because you want to do something that's interesting. Oh, I just switched to 3. Yeah, let's just cut it off and see how that works. Maybe, because that's interesting. We'll just change the time signature. And then we're in, oh man, yeah, the 7 fits so well here. Okay, So let's actually call this 7 because that's what it is. And get that all adjusted for the benefit and rigor of sheet music. Okay. Sweet. Yeah, and then we can just cut this. Sweet. I'll just get this in here. Nice. Okay. And then we want to go to D, right? So I think we're still in busy work mode. So I want something like that. I want something that like continues, but takes on a little bit of a different idea. Oh, is that like too simple? Ooh, my shawl is muting my strings. All right, yeah, let's like build it up because like maybe I guess you're waking up, you're shaking off some dust. We'll introduce one of those guys. Boom. Na, 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 na. Da, na, na, na. Da, na, na, na. Da, na, na, na. There it is. I think we gotta. This is so weird. Because like, do I want this to be even shorter? And then, yeah, there it is. I think that's exactly it. Okay. I guess I can just do that just as easily up here. There we go. So we'll call it a 4, and then I think we can just go back to this. Ah, that feels a little bit weird. Oh no, I kind of like that. First time around, I was like, this is too strange. Second time around, I was like, sweet. Yeah, because then we can like kind of speed it up now. Nice, yeah, and then this can turn into a 3, and then when this comes back in, it like completes the 7. That's really cool. Oh, it's really, really abrupt though. Maybe we want another one of these. I think we gotta get that weird. Yeah, okay. So I think that rest might be what's making me feel weird. No, it's still gonna have that odd rhythm to it. But I think maybe it stops here. This is so bizarre. I'm getting so attached. It's almost like a sunk cost fallacy type thing where I'm like, oh, I really want this certain thing to remain. So I'm like kind of, like it's like I'm sacrificing the integrity of the rest of the tune for this one part that I want to keep. Okay, and I think I want to stop this here, and then we'll go back. We'll like really settle into that odd signature part. Yeah, okay, so this has to be a little bit longer. Maybe we switch this over to a 5. Doot, doot. Doot, doot. And then what do I want here? I feel like that skeleton with a trumpet. I'm like, doot, 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 doot. 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 Oh, this is so weird. And it's weird because when Guitar Pro is dealing with odd signatures and like sometimes it'll just lag. So I think we want to, this has to be shorter. I'm being hesitant about adding more very odd signatures in here because like or odd like note values or note lengths, I guess, because like sometimes you have to arrive at like whatever 13/8, but I prefer not to. Oh, that ends itself very well. Yeah. There we go. Nice. It's weird. I'm kind of having a... Yeah, it's too weird. I think. It is, isn't it? Feels like you're getting brainwashed. How do I fight against that? I don't really know. I guess it's just I'm used to it, Corinne. Like I do this. This is how I write music. So like I've just gotten used to it over the years. Like I'm definitely doing this wrong. This is not the... Maybe it's right. Yeah, it's so hard to figure out what's going on here. I don't think that's correct, but Because I don't think this rest goes as long as it should. Yeah, this is all kinds of weird. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think I have to abandon this idea because it's just too difficult in practice. It's very strange with the metronome. I can hear it in my head and I know exactly what I mean to be doing, but it's like, yeah, it's very strange to hear with the metronome on. And this happens sometimes where I'll discover when I get programming drums that it just wasn't meant to be. And then I gotta figure out exactly what I meant to be doing in that section. That sounds good to me, though. I do like that. Okay, maybe let's listen to it like in the context. Yeah, okay. No, I'm cool with that. And maybe instead of trying to get too weird with it and like turning it into a 5, I think if I wanted to turn it into a 5, I think I could just extend it at the very end here. Like the cliche add a note to it kind of idea. Like add one beat to it. Like bah, bah, bah. But I don't even think I want to do that. I think it sounds fine as like a 4, and we'll just repeat it. And then we'll have to go back into. So that was kind of a short-lived section. I was hoping that part would make a little bit more sense. But it's supposed to be like you waking up and walking through your hallways, getting ready for the day or whatever. So I'm kind of into that being fairly short because we're about to get into the activity. It's all good, Yosh. I'm on a different YouTube channel. Hopefully the drums kind of glues together a little bit better too. Okay, so now I think it's time for like the resolution. Like it's like final build into the moment where you're going to engage in something in your house and in your life or whatever you're doing for that day. Because you're done doing your like menial tasks, what small preparation you need to do. So like the first is like wake up, and then it's like menial tasks. And now it's going to be like final build. Maybe like, I guess this is like a wandering, like meandering part. Yeah, that too. It should be like the new album art that I made for our next single. I used the original sketch to like collage part of the scene. So it wasn't just it's not just paper and those kind of products that I use to make the scene. I actually use the actual sketch from the original like drawing, the planning sketch in the collage, which I think is really cool. Do we want to modulate back out again? I think I do want to modulate back out in the verse, and I want to modulate in the other direction this time. So let's just like hang out on the tonic for Or I guess we should hang out on the 5. We should go dominant style. Hang out on the dominant for a bit. Oh, Hot Pocket it up, Yosh. Man, to be a teen eating Hot Pockets again. All right, now we're gonna hang out on the dominant. That'll be fun. And this, when I do those things, it's basically just me, like, as if you'd be picking through a chord. And I think probably, like, Yvette Young could do it. We're doing dotted. It sounds a little too odd coming out of there. I think we gotta like prime things even more. Yeah, Corinne, I'm excited. I'm really excited that the collage art is coming up. The reason I'm being so serious about like my artwork in general is just because it's something that you can't really opt out of. So I'm doing it because musicians just have to make their album art, right? Like that's just something that And I've been getting really into like impressionism and painting and stuff like that in the meantime too. So yeah, I don't know, just exploring the world of visual art has been so rewarding. Oh, this is gonna be like ultra fast. tripleting. Yeah. Or are we just like double timing? Oh, it'll be too fast, I think. Maybe that's what I want to keep it as. We'll just have to slow it down. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. Oh, okay. I think I'm... I think there's a rest in here. Yeah. And that'll be that part. So we're going for 5 here. Did we finally get that 5 I was looking for? Nice. Okay. Okay. We can make this cycle a little bit longer. And then now, so that's like the pensive part. It's almost like procrastination. I want to change that harmonic. Yeah, because we're going back to the tonic now, so I'm okay like transitioning through this G, and then yeah, Yosh, I don't know how far we're gonna get in Pokemon, but I think actually, yeah, I might take a second to work on some of the inputs right now because I know that you can set up like the turbo, right? So I think I might do that, so that when I press the keys, they just like continue to fire after I press them, so that the last key I pressed continues to fire, because otherwise they'll just like, the person will stand still most of the time. So like, and I know that there's a way to set this up. Well, maybe I'll have to wait until next time. But at least that way there's always some action going on. And whenever you get bored of watching me noodle around, you can flip on over to Pokemon. Because I also love Pokemon. Like, I feel like this is a combination of literally everything that I do. So all my favorite things in one place, like hanging out with other creative people and, just like that whole thing. Okay. I think I can do it. So we want to... Tools. You love Fire Red version? I like those too. I think those ones are better than Omega Red and Alpha Sapphire. Is that what those are called? Omega, yeah. But I've played almost every single game. So like, okay, let's see. Yeah, let's see if this. So, up, down, left, oh no. I think Omega Ruby is for 3DS, yeah. But I loved that game. Yeah, okay, let's see how that goes. Okay, yeah, we'll see how that goes. So at least now he'll like always be moving around. So at the very least, like, action will happen. Okay, so now we want to go back to... I should probably set up auto fire for A and B too. It's only fair. But I'll do that later. We'll see. We'll let arrow keys be the ones that like stay and move around the whole time, and then... All right, we want to move back to D now. And I kind of want to do like a 1-4-5 almost, to like, because I think we're getting into the earnest part of the day. Like this is when we want to kind of like get poppy with it and like, just like actually become a little bit more accessible. So like, so we want like a... And maybe like my kind of inexperience is coming to haunt me again here, because I don't know if 1-4-5 is even like a regular chord progression in a minor key usually, but we are going to try for 1-4-5 here. So we're going to go on like a D minor, and then 4 will be G major, and then A minor. Well, that sounds poppy enough. I think we can pull it off. I think that's what we'll do. So now let's figure out how we want to do it. So this is like coming into the earnest. We want to like have some release here. I don't know, Mr. Pterodactyl. I really don't know. I'm hoping I'll get to the rival fight like by the end of the whole record, but who knows? Yeah, Corinne, I love Pokemon TCG. I love everything about Pokemon. Like, it really... I prefer Pokemon TCG to any other TCG. I think it's just more fun. It gets more degenerate in, like, the meta style, but it's definitely more fun. Hey, Mikey, how's it going, man? Yeah, maybe we only want to touch it. We just want to, like, touch that chorus, that 145. Like a... Ooh, yeah, maybe slow it down again. I know going a little bit slower is kind of part of release as well. And maybe a lot more straight time, like. And it's gonna be our chorus, so we should have it should be catchy. Now that I know how to do tapped harmonics a little bit easier, I don't know if I do them too often. And then what are we doing? A minor, finishing on A minor. Let's get that first one in, see if we like it. You lost your Holo Charizard? Oh no. Okay, so Duh. Duh. That way I get to hold them too. I think I kind of like that. Yeah. Okay, so then we'll do like a... Okay, note to self. New dangly earrings, cotton shawl, not really. Or like knitted. Not necessarily the best combo. Okay. All right, now we really got to make this A minor count. Oh, I'm playing a different chord here. Dina. A little tactical Terry nod. I don't know if we can do that. A lot of our older cards are worth a fortune now. Same with Star Wars merch, and especially the things in good condition. So I never throw away childhood stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of like commodity trading things that I love to look after. Like, I have so many Magic cards that I cannot part with because I'm so afraid that they're going to eventually come up in a lot of value, and I'm really nervous about that. Like, I don't want to lose that. So now we're gonna do 145. What can I modulate in the other direction? I know I went to G last time, so now I can go up to A minor. So what if we do A minor Dorian and go to the 5th of A minor Dorian instead? So the 5th of A minor Dorian is actually E minor here. So if we go... So yeah, I guess... And we go 5, and then I guess we end up going back to 1. I kind of like that. So let's do E minor. It's not even... It's pretty innocuous because E minor also exists in D minor. So if I can... What is different? What do we have? Like a C? No. That's also a thing. So I guess, yeah, let's go up to E minor and then back down to... Yeah. Let's go up to E minor and then back down to A minor. And that way it kind of extends the release. I guess this is the opportunity. If I want to have like a little riff in here, then I could, yeah, maybe I just want to. Like, let's just do that. Let's just stop in and visit. Shane, how's it going, man? What did I want to do here? Where does B fall in this? Like B or like C flat? Nowhere really, huh? So if I'm trying to modulate up to A, modulate into A minor. A minor doesn't even have a C flat. So I got to stay away from that. I don't know what the note difference is. I can't tell. Like, what is the different note between D minor and A minor? So it's got E. Yes. It's got F. Oh, it's the F sharp. Okay, so we gotta sneak an F sharp in there. I'm good. I'm working on a tune. So that's it, eh? F sharp diminished. Okay. Ooh, that's got some cuteness to it. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Okay. Na na. This is tough. It's tough to sneak a diminish in there. I don't even know if I want the diminish to go in there. But I really like the idea of like sneaking another modulation into the chorus somehow. Although I guess it's a chorus, so maybe it shouldn't have. It's just supposed to be a straight up 1-4-5, so maybe I shouldn't sneak anything in there. I don't know. Let's keep it simple. So we'll go. Oh yeah, let's save the A minor and let's do it one more time. I don't think I've ever seen this part of Palatine before. Yes, and then all right. Okay. And then I guess since we're on the top, like.
let's pass through the other chords on the way there.
Thanks, Peanuts.
Well, I guess we go up to, so we want to go back to 2 now. So in order to pull the 2, we kind of want to stay on 1. So it's more like a.
That's a weird thing.
Oh, yeah, nice. All right, and that'll be the end of the chorus. Okay, so it'll be. I kind of want to do something Chan here. Yeah, I feel like we can really sit on an A minor here if we want to, but that almost feels like cheating at that point. And we're getting close to like that 1 minute mark where I think we would like call it. Oh yeah, we could stay here for one more, I think. Like do one of these. And that, yeah, that's it. And then just like hit that A. Yeah, let's do like one more build because we just got to the end of a course. So like, let's like. I guess you get into movement in earnest now. Yeah, and like, why not? Because I've been so held to like preconceptions and what I've been learning about music theory for this lesson. So why don't I just like have a little fun for the end of the song? What do you guys think? Like, have you been listening to the instrumentals that I've been putting out every week? Do you think it would be better if I took like a couple weeks and fleshed them out and did it in this style and then released them with lyrics, like as a more fleshed out song? I think that was the idea that I was getting, is that people are like really into it, but they wanted more, like they wanted it to be more developed. I don't think they were concerned with getting it often or soon. Just like they just wanted it, like they wanted more of it. So is that what you guys think? Do you guys think maybe this could be the thing that we like get together and we songwrite together for an X amount of time, and then I put out like a more fleshed out, higher quality product than just like a weekly instrumental? Because they weren't really doing what I wanted them to do, which was bring people in that were looking for free instrumentals for their content. But you guys are definitely interested in hanging out and listening to them, and it seems like the math rock community is like really into supporting it. So yeah, let me know what you guys would like. If you think like a weekly instrumental is a good product, like if those are popping up and surprising you and you're being like, man, that's sweet, I think it's really cool that it can do that fast, like I don't need vocals. Or if you guys think it should go deeper, just let me know. Like, but what is that? So if I naturally go to that, what is that in terms of the D minor scale? So A minor, no, we're staying on. A minor is 5, and then G is 4. E minor is 2. 5, 4, 2, 1. So maybe 5, 4, 2, 1 is a recognized chord progression. I don't know. Let's get really math rock, and also Andy Bernard apparently. right, so I want this one 3. I want to do like actually this is more like a 7. So like let's go 7. So I only want this to be 3, and then I want to switch out to the G. And then we're gonna go to and when we move the chord, it's gonna add like a little bit more interest. And so we're gonna keep that 3. I guess this, yeah, they're groups of 3 and 4, but it makes sense just to take it to 7, right? Do you guys know the complexities behind choosing chord time signatures for chord progressions? Yeah, and then I think D. Yeah. Boom. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, that's so strange. I don't feel like I can go back to D minor now. Like when did I slip? So we're in A, A minor, E minor. So is G not in this? Oh, it is. That's so strange. Okay. So E, and then we're gonna go 5. Da 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 da, and then one extra one, and then we're gonna do this thing again, but we're just gonna do it with some more interesting tapping. So we started with A minor, minor ninth. Ooh, that's cool. Duh. I don't know if it achieves what I was going for, but I think we're going in 4. Wonderful.
I'm trying to think of like what the opposite thing to do would be here, because I'm slipping into like a Midwest emo kind of like, which is fine. Midwest emo is sick, but like I feel like I want to do kind of something a little stranger with that. And I don't really like the unison there. Oh yeah. Oh, there we go. And then we're gonna do the root note. Until my birthday, I'm getting older. I'm gonna be 30. Yes. Now we're just flowing. Now we're flowing. Now that I'm not thinking about stuff. Because, like, this is how I would usually write. Oh, yeah, and then I can just finish it off. We're almost done. What really has a Nintendo feel? The song?
I feel like I'm like so deep in a rabbit hole here. I gotta figure out what this part's even trying to do anymore. And then we can just end on D, and that's it. That's a part. What do you guys think, Yosh and Peanuts? Do you guys think that these should be finished as like finished thoughts, as finished songs, or do you guys think that they should keep coming out as weekly instrumentals? I'm good with either way. And then we can do that one more time. No worries about the self-promotion either, Yosh. I think you should. Yeah, you guys think they should be fully fleshed out? Okay. I think I can do that. And we'll do it every 2 weeks instead of every 1 week then. Is Scott Cawthon? Who's Scott Cawthon? Cawthon. And then maybe we'll just like try to finish it quieter. You think Prom Date has the potential to be a really beautiful song? That's sweet. Thank you. I'm glad. It's nice to know which ones. Maybe that's it too. Maybe just getting them out quicker to you guys gives you more of an opportunity to like pick which ones you like more. And that way I can like focus on that style. It's hard to like, I think part of it is that I want to kind of go all the way through the process so that I get better at it. And so that like I get out there more, because the more I put those songs out, the more people that seem to be attracted to like what I'm doing. And that's huge for me. But if it's going to be bad, or it's like, it's not going to be ideal for you guys, I want to make sure it's like, you guys are getting out of it exactly what you want, I guess. All right. So I only have probably like a bar or two of this left, and then I have to add drums and everything. So I'm going to take off. I appreciate you guys coming through so much. This is really fun. And it's good talking to you guys. So yeah, I think we'll do this again next week. And like you guys are saying, you'd like it a little bit more fleshed out. So instead of doing it once a week, we'll do a song once every 2 weeks, and maybe they'll be like a little bit more fleshed out, and you'll have a little bit better of an idea of what's going on. And then you guys can decide which ones are your favorites, and then maybe we can even revisit them again to make them better. So thanks so much for coming and hanging out, guys. I hope you enjoyed playing this and Pokemon. Like, we got out of the house, we didn't get out of Pallet Town, but maybe we will next time. Drums is gonna be the most interesting part. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it.